What's up, Indie Uncomfortable fam? Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're having a happy Friday and a great week. So this week, we're going to be looking into the second step of diving into the uncomfortable. Quick note, if you haven't watched the video on the first step, you can do so in the link in the description. So as you're kind of entering the second step of like approaching the ledge, you've cut the safety cord, you're moving forward. You may still have these feelings of close-side confusion. You may still have these doubts. We're going to talk a lot more about doubts next week. So you may still have this confusion of like, why am I feeling this way, but I'm going forward? And a big reason of that, and like a big part of that comes from you're diving into the unknown. Of course you're like, what's going on here? I have all this safety and this security. Why am I running away from this now? But the thing about that is you're diving into the unknown. In other words, diving into the unknown is not meant to be clear. It's not meant to be some crystal clear, crystal cut, golden path to flying. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of unknown factors. And so it's totally normal to still be having these feelings of confusion and doubt. Like I said, we'll be talking more about that next week. Another thing that I see a lot with this second step is this fear of admitting what you're doing. In your head, you're super pumped, you're fired up, you're ready to go. But then you have to start telling people. And I was actually talking with someone close to me recently. I mentioned this in the blog. I was talking with someone close to me recently about the leap they were taking in their life. And they told me, they said, I find myself lying to people because I'm scared to admit what I'm doing because that makes it so much more real. A couple days ago, I actually just announced a big decision making in my life. If you want to check that out, also going to link that in the description. But even just telling people that, even though I've been kind of telling a few people here and there over the past month and a half, 2 months, even that, like publicly announcing that was a little nerve-wracking, I'm not going to lie. But I think the fear in that doesn't come from the leap itself. I think that's somewhere where we often get confused. We think, I'm feeling this doubt and this kind of fear towards this. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. But I think where we get confused is that I think more the fear comes in admitting you're taking the leap. And like I said in the blog, actually, the fear of admitting that you are taking the leap is far less about the leap itself and far more about the way you fear people are going to judge you for taking said leap. You're like super pumped up in your mind, and then comes the time you got to make that phone call to your parents, or you got to start taking action in some way on this leap, and then you're like, oh no. And the fear just starts to build up inside of you because you're worried about what will they say, how will they judge me, will people look at me different, will I lose friends over this? I'm gonna be straight up with you. Maybe I'm not gonna just sit here and tell you that everyone's gonna hoop and holly for you and throw you a congratulations party. There will be people that will doubt you, there will be people that will look down on you, and frankly, that's fine. That is totally okay. Because so what if they judge? The ironic part that I found is that more often than not, the people you think are going to judge you the most actually end up supporting you, or just saying nothing and staying quiet. But regardless, say they do. Say they judge you mercilessly. So what? I mean, for real. So what? You're doing this for you. This sleep is for you so that you can be thriving. This has nothing to do with them. And look, I'm empathetic. I'm sensitive to the fact that, yeah, that can hurt. I get that. Trust me, I get that. No one's a fan of rejection. No one's a fan of being judged. I get it, 100%. My point is, don't let that rule your decision making. And don't let that guide you in taking your leap. I can't stress this enough. This needs to be your leap that you're doing for you. And not letting this fear of others' judgment cloud that. The final thing is what I believe is the most prominent step in approaching the ledge is finding your why. Now, I feel this phrase is thrown around a lot, especially in the business world, but I feel we're not really told enough how to apply it or even the importance of finding it. So why does it matter that you find your why? Well, when you look inward and you really look at your true motives of why you're wanting to take this leap, why you're wanting to do this. And like I said, I know there can still be confusion in that. I know that can still be confusing. If you don't have a totally perfect, clear answer, that's fine. But you still need to be looking inward and diving into that. Finding your why will help reveal your core values and your core intentions in taking this leap. And in addition to that, it will provide you this clarity of I have my intentions in order and this is what I need to be doing. It helps point you in the direction to where your heart, your intuition wants to go. And then when you're fully focused and tuned into that, you are literally unstoppable. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe and follow us on social media. The links are going to be down below in the description. Be on the lookout for a new blog post this coming Monday, 9 a.m. Central Time. All about shaky knees and those like pre-leap doubts that tend to creep in. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep getting it.